So today I'm going over the 2020 VMA nominations in the K-pop category, and I have a few friends to help me. Oh, okay, I get silent. I just get silent.
Yeah, we don't say anything the entire video.
I'll be so
It's just you talking to yourself.
Me and my imaginary friends. And I think they're into K-pop. One of them, one half of them.
One of them is a little too into K-pop, and the other one has no interest at all.
She just enjoys music, and K-pop is music.
Sometimes.
So most of us have seen the MVs. A few of them we haven't, so we're mainly going to focus on which one we think deserves to win by the end, and we're just going to comment as we watch it.
There are some that I don't think should be even nominated, but we'll cross that bridge.
Let's have a spicy category at the end, which one we think is going to win and which one shouldn't have been nominated at all.
Okay, I like that. It's supposed to be a revolutionary march, right?
Feels like one of the American bestseller dystopian novels.
It seems like a trailer for a movie.
I'm just gonna say it now. This has the production value to be nominated, though.
Yes. You can see where the money went.
Yes.
Yes. And it's art enough where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Are those fireworks?
Yes.
Oh.
No.
I don't know.
It's from a volcano eruption, I'm guessing.
You can't mix metaphors like that, though, right?
Yeah.
I think the metaphor lost me.
I hate the ending, though. What the hell is this Lion King? What the hell?
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, yes, I hate. Yeah, you see it?
No more dream.
I hate it. I hate
that
I
a
hate
lot.
the words. Oh, God.
I will give it that the production value looks higher than a YA dystopian movie, though.
Yes.
Because that's usually like, ooh, rough.
It probably had a higher budget than a YA movie.
The 5-minute music video has a higher budget
Than the Maze Runner.
than the Maze Runner and Divergent combined.
It's a very uplifting song. It's just like, oh, I could do this. You know, like I have the power within me to rise above pain and hardships.
Climb that cliff that ends abruptly.
At least I can explain away most plot holes with I'm just not smart enough. And that's fine. I can accept that, you know?
Yes.
Ultimately, if it's in a music video format, I think aesthetic should be the priority.
And the theme and concept. Yeah.
Theme and concept, yeah, rather than plot. But like if they do plot, it really like distracts from everything else. Mm-hmm. And if they don't do the plot well, it makes it even worse. I'm excited for the next one. Obsession is the next music video.
The crop top is a good choice.
I think so too. It's a bit of a tired trope where they pick like one sexy one in the group, but it's fine. I'll tolerate it. Honestly, I don't know what the plot of this is besides
Evil twins.
Pretty.
Yeah. And I'm okay. Yeah. I'm at peace with that. Honestly, at the end of the day, we're here for pretty shots.
Yes. I do have a question. Why does K-pop always have that scene where one of them is just kind of floating in midair? He's got stuff draped on him, the gravity's not working, there's paintings in the background.
Because it's pretty.
Is this the same reason that girl groups have to like be in laundromats all the time?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. But boy groups do the same thing. It's just because Samsung pays the money to do it.
So it's secretly to promo the laundry machine.
Yes.
I like this conspiracy theory.
I
feel like there's not much to say because it's just good. There's no need to over-intellectualize this. It's fresh. It's not too much, but it's enough. Anyways, I love that. That was amazing. My opinion still stands the same. I think maybe also like part of its simplicity too. Like there's not too many colors.
And it is very successful at exactly what it set out to do.
And I like that.
Yes.
It thrives on its concept.
Yes.
But for this one, all the shots, they're here long enough and then you see them multiple times that you kind of get the idea of them.
Yeah, I understand the vibe of this music video. I don't think there's a plot. I think it's just a realized concept. Some like militaristic or like spy-y elements.
Fighting your other self.
Lasers. That's cool. I'm into that. It was great. It's my winner. We don't need to finish the list.
Bye.
So yeah, it's just like It's all I want in a K-pop music video. It can be intellectual if it wants to, but I'm not requiring it to be. So because it's not, it lives up to everything I wanted it to be and a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, it's just solid in terms of all the categories. It's not the best music video of all time, but it's still fantastic.
That looks like a
I thought it was, yeah.
straight jacket, yeah.
The yellow was a great choice. The red was a great choice.
Oh, same.
Yeah. The costume was like, really well done.
And it's not too costumey when you look at the yellow and the red together and you're like, oh, ketchup and mustard. No, it's fine.
That's a hard one to do. Like, all the 3 mainstream primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, that's a hard one to pull off.
And they did it. Honestly, SM's like art department is pretty unparalleled. They did really good.
They're probably paid a lot. Well, hopefully they're paid a lot.
Hopefully.
I like this particular shot.
Yes. I like the extras in this MV.
Yes. They purposely made the extras or the dancers very unglamorous, and I like that.
This is definitely not plot, but it has like a strong theme.
Yeah.
Neon.
I don't like this one.
The
This
black
particular
one, yeah.
box set.
Something about it that throws me off.
Probably like there's not enough.
Feels like the first time I tried to 3D model something, and then I made everything too uniform.
Or too square for some reason.
Yes.
You know what it looks like? It looks like
There it is. There it is again.
It looks like the Ice Palace in Frozen.
Yeah.
Where there's like absolutely nothing in it.
Except the giant sticks.
Yeah.
I don't like that shot where it's just black and then there's color lights hitting them.
It kind of takes you out of the music video.
I think it's a safe bet to say it's religious. People, I think. Was it? I forget. Was it Roman mythology? Like Zeus created people from like clay or something?
I feel like there were some ideas coming in with the mud and the scenes with the backup dancers, but then the the throne room was the one that felt very K-pop typical and kind of took me out of that.
So is this like thematically about kind of connecting like the stresses of being worshipped with, I don't know, like mental unwell-being?
I like that shot better, the one with this one.
Because there's more going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the shot where she's in the middle and then the backup dancers are like in a circle around it, I think it's way more dynamic than the lines.
Then the...
I think, yeah, maybe your critique of they just weren't willing to take enough risks to make this more grotesque kind of held it back a little bit. I don't think it's as flawless as the other two, though.
The other two.
I'm already starting to compare all of them. I don't think it's as, like, sharp as On an Obsession. It wasn't so, like, focused.
It wasn't that committed. Like, we said the thing that seemed off was the throne room scene.
Yeah, I think committed is a good word. Committed to the concept, committed to their themes.
Very old creation of human, and there was also one more where she was walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
And the hallway looked very Grecian for some reason. It had a lot of older designs, and then suddenly the throne room was like a rave room, and I was like...
I think my problem was, like, the neon dancing, just color-wise, didn't make sense with anything else. Because they had the black and white dancing, and that looks fine.
That looks really good.
So why didn't you just have, like, a red dancing? That would make sense. But instead they were, like, neon. And I don't get it.
They're being worshipped, and then the backup dancers, that was interesting. But the group dances, I didn't have much feeling towards it. I felt like they could have just forgot all the dancing and have kept to their, like, this aesthetic and this theme. And I wouldn't have noticed it with the backup dancers.
I think that, in general, it's just my bias, because I'm just used to, I guess, like, ingrained within me, I'm just used to watching music videos without dancing in them. So I think most K-pop music videos would be better without dancing.
Really?
Yes. I watched a lot of, like...
Theme-wise? Like, theme or concept-wise?
No, just, like, visually, if you have a music video without dancing, it would just look better. Unless the music video is like a Blackpink music video where it's like set, dance, set, then I'm fine with that. But, like, if there's any sort of actually connecting theme and or plot, I don't care about the dancing at all.
When it's just for glamour, the dancing does add to that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I meant by the Blackpink example, where it's very, like, the dancing is a very integral part of the music video. Without the dance, it would look terrible. Or like it would just be so boring. But this mixing of plot or like very strong thematic concepts, I don't know, it's a spicy take. I just don't care about the dances. That's what you watch music shows for. So yeah, whatever. I guess it's like to hype up the dance for you to watch music shows, but I just don't care about it that much.
So you kind of want to do what like Big Hit's doing and just separate the dancing from the concept-driven MV altogether?
Yeah.
I think this is one of the weaknesses for K-pop, where some dances, if you wanted it to add to your concept, the choreography needs to not be what it currently looks like.
Yes. Sometimes, like our budget theory, sometimes choreography should just be limited. Although, to walk back on Oh My God, I think they could have incorporated the dancing in the music video if they just didn't have that stupid neon dance. I just don't like it. Or like the neon glamour shots. Because they managed to do it already. Mm-hmm. They just screw up sometimes, and that is annoying.
Maybe they intended for it to have a different effect than
and
what
we're
we
just
got.
too dumb.
Yeah.
Is it in English verses or is it them singing?
It's an English song.
Yeah, it's a song in English. I don't understand why it's nominated. They're Korean, but they're singing a song in English. It's very Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is it anime or is it a cartoon? I think this music video really challenges my stance on less is more.
Oh my god, yeah.
We're just gonna say mean things about this music video. I'm so sorry, Monsta X.
Sorry.
I mean, it's nothing mean against them or even the song.
I have something against the art director.
Nicholas Lim? Is that his name? I'm at you, right? It says his name at the beginning.
Oh, really?
Oh, Nicholas Lamb, my bad.
Wow. Is this the only music video that's cited who's directing? Because that's embarrassing.
Okay, dive bar.
Why is this so boring?
Bathroom?
Right? As I was saying, but we can't play what I said earlier because copyright with the music in the background. But dive bars are the most visually interesting places on earth. This might be a diner. Diners are also the most visually interesting places on earth. But like, this diner is so boring. There's nothing else on the wall except this neon sign, a giant fork for some reason. That's a giant fork.
I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it either, but that's so interesting.
There is a lot of smoke effect in this diner, and I think they're trying to disguise how bad the shot was.
Yeah. You get this like hazy effect where the neon is even brighter. So that whenever they like pan to somebody, all you see is the neon, not the member.
But it's not compositionally strong. Like every time there's a shot with them, there's no weight to where your eye should go. Which is why the dive bar scene was so static. Like every member was just a straight line, equally distributed across the scene.
And with one neon sign each behind them.
Oh yeah, that too. I see what they tried to do where some of them are closer to the front and some of them are closer to the back, but the person in the back is just blending in with the wall. And then I think that's Wonho is also just blending in with the blue wall. It's awful! Stop it! Also, there's a giant fork and I want to know its story. I have this huge bias against K-pop music videos that have shots of people standing near cars and motorcycles, but they're not driving them. So it's inherently so uncool because it's just people leaning on cars that they don't own. And I hate it so much because it's trying to appeal to be like, ooh, I'm so cool, I'm so bad, but you're not driving the car. The car doesn't belong to you in any way.
It's an ad.
Yeah,
An ad.
and also, yeah, this music video just ends up being an ad for Jaguars.
Is it even Jaguars? What kind of
Yeah,
car?
they are
They
Jaguars.
zoomed up on the logo.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow, the product placement didn't even work on you.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. And then they zoom in on the name in case you don't know what the name of the brand is.
Oh no.
Every scene transition is the rain effect in PowerPoint presentation.
Roast him.
I'm sorry, Nicholas.
I think it's just the color grading that just throws me off.
I think the color grading is throwing you off because the unsaturated sky with like the white of and concrete of the pier or whatever, and then they're just all wearing like various shades of white, just makes you very bored. I want to know who did the styling for this.
I want to know who did the well, that's probably Nicholas, but
Sometimes in K-pop, it's like, oh, they have similar outfits so that they're all different but the same.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's like they're all different but the same, but my eyes are bored.
Okay, this shot. Like,
This is interesting. I like this.
I don't. Why is the moon so close?
This is better than any other night shot that
Yeah.
we've had so far.
yes.
But what they could have done is they could have moved backwards. Because, like, this shot, it's too low. Like, his head is too high.
Yeah.
And that doesn't work. The shot has to be a little higher than him. Anything
what?
good to say?
They kept the big moon consistent. It was low throughout the entire music video.
It was ugly, but it was consistent. I think they all look great.
Do they? Wearing those ugly ass white pants.
They look great for what they were given.
Lazy boy clothing.
Yes.
You know liminal spaces? So it's kind of like an empty airport at night. It's a space where normally you expect a lot of activity happening. You come to that space in an empty setting, there is something weird about the feeling you get from the atmosphere, which is why it is a empty dive bar. You have piers at night. And then there's kind of in the middle of the rain, anonymous cars passing you by sort of mood, but I don't think they did that
be significant to somebody else, which means that they don't have that person with them now. So everything is kind of like weird, a little off. That might be tying into more of like the dreamy ambient setting.
Yes, because liminal spaces are a bit of that dreamy, somewhere stuck in between two different worlds spaces. They're usually spaces where that used to have a lot of traffic, like airports, but you're at a point in time where it's missing that traffic. It's like you're at a broken down airport, but you can feel what used to be here. So if it's someone, it's a bit like comparing the space and the lack of people there. This is what I think they're trying to do.
I like your theory a lot, but it doesn't change the fact that it's not done in a way that's aesthetically pleasing. Anyway, Stan Nicholas, Stan Monsta X.
I think I'm gonna be biased because I really like Red Velvet.
I do too.
Yeah, I don't really know anybody who doesn't like Red Velvet. The styling for this music video is fantastic.
Yeah, the styling is A+ in this. And the sets are really well done.
And it doesn't stick to a time period, but it's very nostalgic and it's beautiful, so.
Yes.
Yeah, that was just peak aesthetic.
Between this one and Obsession, it's kind of hard to pick between the two. I think it's just I like Obsession as a song better. But in terms of like aesthetic, composition, styling, everything,
Shots, yeah.
I think
Flawless.
Flawless, really on par with Obsession.
This one is also dynamic. We go to group shot. The people are moving.
Camera moves.
Camera moves. Sometimes you zoom up on the person. Sometimes you see the full body.
Certain shots that need to stay for longer stay. Most of the shots are like cuts, but even if they're cut, they're like still in the same set, so you have different angles.
Whereas in the dive bar, think about how often you've seen the people in full bodies and how often you just saw the top half of them.
I don't quite understand the plot or themes, but I'm at peace with it.
I don't need to.
Yeah, I think there's always something to appreciate if it just looks nice. I also might be dumb and I don't know what's going on.
I just know that she pricked her finger.
Yes, and that means something. They cut the yarn, that means something. Not sure what it means.
They do a lot of mirror imagery as well.
Yeah, I was getting like the Three Fates vibe from that, but I don't know.
It's like 1920s.
The feathered hairband.
Yeah.
The
lace.
sequins.
It has burlesque vibes, especially in the shots of the change room.
The leather
and the
gloves
leather
kind of thing.
Yeah. And the feathers. It doesn't go all out, of course.
It's like artsy.
Yeah, it's very artsy. I like it.
Well, they know what they're doing
They
here,
know
so
what they're doing, so.
we don't need to be mad at all. Not a huge fan of this group, because I am not their core demographic. I'm not 14. They've done nothing wrong. It's not their fault. It's my fault. And I also like how this is very teen romance version of urban fantasy. I think that's really interesting. It's just not enough fantasy. Too much urban, not enough fantasy.
Too much school, not enough fantasy.
Yeah, I know what a school looks like. You can stop now.
So you wish they would transition to the fantasy sooner than...
Or like we have more fantasy in the urban. Like we build it up more. We see more of the magic earlier on. But I like how it looks like a school library. Like those really ugly square shelves.
They're really ugly, but that's a little too full to be a school library.
Hey, maybe our schools are just more poorly funded. It's like they're trying to ease the viewer into a sense of normalcy.
Before they rip it away.
Yeah.
The mundane aspect, like them working this out without the high school, I totally get it. Like, I don't know, at the mall or something, or in a subway. I think they did that with one of their MVs in a subway cart on their way to school. It's filled with people, and then like the next shot, everyone disappears.
Oh yeah, it's one of those 16-minute music videos.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I felt like they did that really well, because this one, it focuses a little bit too much on the high school aspect, but again, Harry Potter inspired.
But the thing is that like I'm bored during the high school parts.
Yes. You log out for a bit.
I respect the freshness of this and their idea. I don't think anybody's done it like this before, but it's biting off more than it can chew.
Yeah, certain things need to be shortened.
Could be cut.
So how did we feel about 9 3/4?
Beginning was definitely slow.
Yeah.
Composition-wise, clothing, stylistic choices. It was really well done. And
So-
I like the lighting too.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
But I like it in terms of what it tried to do. I think it's partially because I don't like the song. I just
Point.
don't think this should have been the TXT video nominated. I think it should have been Can't You See Me. For Can't You See Me, they managed to do what they wanted to do in all of that. And it's like pretty flawless. But whatever, it's fine. I feel like there's more going on in that than there is with this. This was just nominated because it's Harry Potter.
For the first one, we should pick which one we think should not have been nominated.
Oh, start out negative first. Yeah. I see.
Which one we think will win, and then which one we want to win. Like we think that this is the superior one out of all of them.
Okay.
Wait, just a question. Who votes?
I don't know.
Isn't it fans? Is this fan voting? Yeah, it's open.
Oh no.
Lamau.
Oh no.
Oh, I think I know who's gonna win.
And I have very firm answers, and I feel like we all have the same answer. Which one would we pick to not be on the list? Who doesn't deserve the nomination?
Well,
I think it's really clear. Probably Monsta X, someone.
Did we say a single nice thing about someone?
we did in the end.
I just don't think Monsta X should have been nominated. I think an ITZY song should have been nominated, or like a Twice song.
What did you say the ITZY one was?
Icy. I think Icy should have been nominated.
But I also think that was kind of too generically K-pop.
But it's so nice though. You watch it and there's something so addictive about it where you're like, yes.
The song, I feel like.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, if Blackpink was on the list, would that change our...
No, I'd roast it. I'm like, why is it here? Get it out.
Please explain to my audience before I get hated why you don't like the Blackpink MV.
I mean, like, compare it to everything else on this list except Someone. Doesn't do anything.
It's very stereotypically K-pop MV formula.
It's cluttered box sets that are trying to look aesthetic.
And some of them do pull off this stuff.
Yeah, it's not ugly. It just doesn't do anything interesting or new. You know what should have been nominated?
What?
Jopping.
No!
I think Jopping should be.
The CGI mishaps, I think, should automatically disqualify.
But I love the fact that it's such a bullyable song. Anyways, so yeah, I think we have a consensus of which one should not have been nominated.
It was definitely Monsta X.
Yeah, it really should not have been nominated at all.
No disrespect to Monsta X with all of this criticism.
Yes.
I think they got screwed over
It's
majorly.
Really not their fault, because I feel like it was probably, hey, you have 4 hours to shoot in LA. We're gonna make it work.
Yeah, Monsta X MVs are typical to K-pop. They're very stunning visually, so it's a disappointment that it's this one.
Why did you pick this one?
But would you keep everything else on? I would keep EXO's Obsession.
Same.
I would keep Red Velvet Psycho.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I maybe would keep BTS's on because it was very cinematic in that regard. But do I think it's the best?
Not their strongest.
Depending if I were the person to come up with the list for the public or for myself. If it's for the public, obviously I'm gonna have BTS. But if it's for myself, I did think that this was one of the best music videos of the year.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like BTS does better MVs than this one.
Yeah, maybe it's because we're comparing BTS with BTS rather than everything else.
I mean, even comparing with everything else, I didn't find BTS to be among the stronger ones.
Oh, really? I think it's among the stronger ones, but it's not.
From this list?
Yeah, but it's not. It's like top 50%, not bottom 50%.
I would have given it maybe 4th or 3rd on this list.
I would give it 3rd, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this list is like, for the most part, pretty strong. To who do we think is gonna win?
Definitely BTS song.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know that, yeah.
Period.
If it's a fan voted thing or a public voted thing, it's probably gonna be BTS song.
Right?
Armies will come through.
Which one do you want to win?
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's between, I think for all of us, it's between Obsession and Psycho.
Yes. Obsession has some colors for me that were more bold than Psycho.
But I feel like Psycho was just so visually pretty, like the lace, the lighting, the mirrors. It was just beautiful.
For me, it's pretty easy. It's Obsession because I like the song and the music video. Whereas,
they both come together.
Yeah, whereas Psycho is like, I'm not a fan of the song. So, yeah. No, we both agree. We all agree that like Psycho and Obsession are the perfect music videos. There's nothing wrong with them. They're flawless.
We have to choose between them. Well, you've already chosen.
Yeah, I've chosen. I'm done.
EXO's Obsession, okay. But I do see your point. The song and the MV go very well together. The lighting's impeccable. The concept is really well done.
Because ultimately it's a music video, but music is still part of it.
Yes, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna be the second one to throw in, so like I don't feel bad about breaking the tiebreaker. And as I say that, you know I'm gonna vote for Red Velvet Psycho.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, thanks. How about I flip a coin?
No, you gotta come up with your big girl opinions.
You have to be the tiebreaker now.
I'm gonna agree with the musically point. Musically, I think Obsession came out with the edge.
Oh, 2-1 Obsession.
The least knowledgeable person out of the three of
Who's
us.
here to break the tie today. I love it. Actually, you know what? I think we can all agree that the VMA for Best K-pop in 2020 should go to Jopping.
Somebody's gonna agree with that out there.
Not ironically. I love Jopping so much.
You love it
Because
because like
it's so
the clown on it.
Yeah, because it's so easy to bully. Because when you jump in and popping, you jopping.
I think we like preemptively reached what we were gonna
We
say.
have preemptively said everything that needs to be said. The VMA does not matter.
Say bye, guys.
Bye,
No.
guys.